What's good, guys? I know I haven't been on this channel in a while, right? I just abandoned this whole channel. It's been a minute. But I just really wanted to talk about the Kendrick album and what I thought about it. Now, I listened to this in a car ride when I had the time, because for some reason there's just been so much music being released. I haven't been able to find time to actually listen to music. Well, I finally took some time when I was out celebrating a few birthdays, continuous birthdays back to back, so it was a long time. And while I was out, I was just like, I'm gonna put the Kendrick album on and listen to it. And I feel like occasionally listening to music when you're out in public or in other settings can enhance the experience. So I listened to most of it in a car ride while also walking around, and I think that he did a very good job. I think that a lot of the artists on the songs, Kendrick having a strong pull in the West Coast scene and whatnot, putting on other lower underground, if you want to consider them that, artists, and putting them into the mainstream era, or more of the mainstream if they hadn't already had the same exposure. SZA also making an appearance on the album was pretty good. She obviously is a great, amazing, talented singer, and she did her thing on the album. She's really good at singing. I think the sort of classic oaky, smooth, silky vibes of Kendrick we got on the album. I know what type of vibes I'm talking about, where he just has that nice, chill, melodic, almost compassionate, if you want to say Afro-y based type of sound. Not Afrobeat based, but sort of an African, or if you want to say tribal sort of sound that he puts into his music. Always going to come with Kendrick. Obviously, lyricism is a main component to why people take a liking to Kendrick, and also him taking a few shots at a few artists and also comedians. Apparently, he dissed the great Andrew Schultz. I don't know if I'm using great in the proper term, but he dissed Andrew Schultz on the album, basically saying that a joke that Andrew Schultz made about black women was a little bit too offensive, I guess, in his eyes. He did not like the fact that Andrew Schultz was being a little bit of an Andrew Schultzer. Andrew Schultz, if you don't know, Andrew Schultz is a very prominent comedian. He's very offensive to a lot of people because he says that there's no boundaries to whatever comedy can be, and he does it anyway. So obviously the black community, if you want to say, was not too fond of that, or aka Kendrick, or people in the black community weren't too fond of that. They did not like Schultz. Obviously it made headlines, and then Kendrick took a reply to that because he's the defender of all women, apparently, even though most rappers, I'm gonna say they respect women the most, but it is what it is. Regardless of that, the album had a plethora of good mixes, sounds. Also, the GNX in the beginning of the intro, the video that he put out, that intro preface to the album, I thought was so fucking good, and I thought that was going to be on the album, and I was so mad that it wasn't on the album. The GNX music video that he did, so good, especially the beat switch into the verses that he was spitting. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be. So maybe after this we get another continuum of an album. I think this may have just been like kind of a softball, or like a little preface. Maybe he goes a little bit even crazier, who knows. But I thought the album was really good. You get the classic Kendrick sort of bops, and also I would say there's not a lot of hits on here. I know that he made the Squabble Up one. It was almost a Not Like Us type of remix, but not really. It was just like him playing into the same sound, but also creating almost a new, if you want to say, nature in the sound and bravado that he was going for, especially with tying it all back together with the album. He did do a pretty good job with that. I think that Kendrick obviously is a pretty musical genius, if you want to say. He doesn't fail in most things music wise, and obviously as a result of this, apparently with all of the kerfuffle with Kendrick's album, Drake is taking it to UMG to actually sue Kendrick Lamar based on claims that apparently the music that he's putting out is all botted and fake streamed and whatnot. So we'll have to see where that goes, but I don't know if that's really the case. Or it's not that I don't know if it's the case, but it's not that. It's that I think that a lot of artists are doing the same thing that Kendrick is, and I just think that Drake may be just, I don't know, trying to expose it and bring it to the limelight, because a lot of people bought their music and stuff. I feel like that was just a thing that people didn't know about, and I guess people now know. But other than that, I think the album was pretty good. You can't, even if you hate Kendrick, or you don't like Kendrick, or you're on Drake's side, or whatever this little beef that's going on is such a stupid beef, but if you are on you cannot deny Kendrick makes some good fucking music. It was good. It was good. Their vibes are oaky, silky, nice, chill, just melodic, chill vibes. He had very good lyrics and very Wayne-esque in the cleverness of how some of the lyrics that he played into. I really enjoyed tracks like Luther. I really enjoyed tracks. I thought Squabble Up was okay. I didn't think it was good. I really liked Reincarnated as well, with the Tupac-esque sort of era that he came in on that when he was rapping on that. It's low key going a little bit crazy on that track. I'm not gonna lie, and it definitely did have the sort of resurrection of Tupac, or reincarnated as you know, Tupac. All the other artists did pretty good on their part. So that's really my rant on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album, or EP if you want to say. It's an album technically, but I consider it an EP because it's not that many songs, and it may be just a preface to a new album that we might actually be getting, maybe. But with that being said, let's go episode for today, and I'm finally back uploading on this channel. Haven't uploaded in fucking a while, so with that being said, I'll see you guys when you're older. Peace.